Welcome to Nobody Knows with Joey Johnson, powered in part by Deep Wax Productions and Classic of Denton.
Joey Johnson, Nobody Knows, episode 32, here with Richie Flo, as always.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's me.
This is that sponsorship part that none of you are used to, not even us. So here's where we tell you that today's episode, not only powered by DentonRadio.com, but Deep Wax Productions. For those that don't know, Deep Wax Productions is ran by Mr. Zimmerman, the Mad Dabber, a man who helps put on a lot of shows for the arts, music community in the area. Recently got done helping us with the week for the Mini Mall Fire.
Fundraisers.
Yeah, fundraisers raised like $400 for some apartment residents, $650 for the Jupiter House people, I believe like $500 and something for the Mini Mall. So yeah, Deep Wax Productions is our sponsor from now until they get tired of us. So check them out on Facebook at Deep Wax Production, or I think it's just at Deep Wax on Instagram, yes. Possibly Twitter as well. So yeah, check them out. Yeah, and that's the sponsor. I got to get better at this part, Richie. The sponsor thing.
I just like agreeing.
Give Deep Wax give Deep Wax a slogan real quick for us, a jingle.
Deep Wax, we're gonna put on a show.
Yeah, okay. Well, today's episode, we have 32, and this is a guy we haven't had on since episode 15, so it's been a while.
DP himself.
Yeah, Dalton Pruitt, a guy who even started out doing this with us, a very, very funny comic. We have a pretty good show for you guys, so let's get it started, right? Yeah, you ready,
man?
Let's do it. All right, Nobody Knows. Explosions, and cue that intro, Jake.
Hey, what's going on? This is Richie with Denton Radio. I'm with
Thomas Stoffer.
What are you doing today?
I'm going to go home, probably write some music, actually.
It's cold. What did you do for the cold?
Just bundled up, wore some long johns.
Did you go to Kroger and loot?
And loot.
It looked really empty, though.
It was, yeah, people went crazy.
Did you grab any water or anything?
We got some waffles. They had a waffle deal, so we stocked up on freezer waffles.
Waffles, hey, you can put them outside. All right, so are you familiar with Nobody Knows with Joey Johnson?
No, I'm not.
Are you familiar with Joey Johnson?
I don't think so.
Do you know Joe Coffey?
Oh, it sounds familiar.
All right, what about Dalton Pruitt?
No, that doesn't sound familiar to me either.
Okay, well, you're out of the loop. No, it's all good. Nobody knows.
I know.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Richie Flo, and I'm here with
Ray Cox.
How you doing today?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good as well, man. Let me ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, of course.
What do you think about Joey Johnson?
I actually don't know who that is.
Are you familiar with Nobody Knows with Joey Johnson?
I'm not.
Are you familiar with Dalton Pruitt? Let me ask you this. Dalton kind of like took a step back from comedy for just a moment and finished school and like, you know, do you think people missed him?
I'm sorry, dude. I don't know who that is. I'm not. I don't.
No, it's okay.
Go out much like to bars and stuff because I'm 18, so I don't.
Let me ask you this though. What do you think about like it was so cold? What do you think about that bringing people together?
Oh, it's just nice to just, chill out, be together with people, hanging out.
What did you do?
I have 4 roommates, so we pulled a space heater into the living room.
Nice. What about, did y'all go to Kroger at all?
Not at all.
What were y'all thinking about it though? Someone brought it up?
Nah.
What do y'all have, like water-wise?
Water-wise? I mean, we got the machine in the fridge, and then
so you're
everyone's
good.
Got like.
But y'all weren't worried about it getting frozen?
No, not really.
What kind of jugs do they have in the, like?
Everyone drinks Arizona tea.
Nobody has water, though?
A few people do. I do.
You drink water every day?
Yep.
How much water did you have so far today?
So far today, I've had at least
2 meters? Or?
3. I'd say like 3 liters.
Dang.
I go running a lot, so.
Did you run today?
Mm-hmm.
How fast do you run?
I don't run too fast. I just try to go for long
steady
distance.
pace?
Yeah, just
jogging. I don't know if I look like a runner.
You don't look like you don't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how serious, like if you're going to marathons or anything, but it looks.
You use headphones?
Yes.
What kind?
Are
they Beats?
They're not Beats.
What?
Nah, dude.
What do you have?
I have like just off-brand headsets.
Does it matter?
Not to me. To me, it's the sound quality still great.
What are you listening to while you're drinking water?
While I'm drinking water, or while I'm running?
Both.
Both. If I'm drinking water, I'm chilling out, so I'm listening to Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
If I'm running, I'm still listening to Chance the Rapper.
There you go.
It's just more high energy Chance the Rapper.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, thank you.
Hey, what's up? I'm Richie Flo. I'm here with
Donnie Stevens.
Hey, Donnie, how are you doing today? It's cold, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Are you drinking a Fresca?
Yes.
What are you doing today, Donnie?
What's up, Bobby?
It's Bobby.
Hey, now, Shampoo.
What's up?
What's happening?
Just hanging.
Yeah.
Doing some recording.
Sorry.
So what's up, Donnie? What are you doing today?
I was chilling, man. About to go. Did I do that? No, I did that.
All right. Thank you, Donnie.
Yeah.
Nobody knows Joey Johnson.
Nobody knows Joey Johnson.
And what did you think about him changing his name?
Like I said, dude, I still have no clue who that is.
That might be my new favorite one. Like I said, dude, I still have no idea who that is. People are normally so nice during those. And that man, he just entirely...
So let me
gave
explain
up.
that last one. That last one, we ran into Pudge at Quick Trip. And I was
Pudge,
like,
we've
hey.
had on the show before, a rapper from Fab Dudes.
I was like, hey, let me interview you and just, I don't know, make up a name. And he was like, okay, cool. And so I did that. And right then I asked him if he was drinking a Fresca. He was actually drinking Starbucks. So he started
He had a
laughing.
Starbucks in a can.
Yeah.
The to-go espresso.
I don't know why I said Fresca. I thought it sounded like that's something that Donnie Stevens would be drinking. And so then his friend came up, and then that interrupted us, and then some guy dropped all his pizzas. Like
That's what happened at the end when he asked if it was, when Pudge asked if it was him, and the guy's like, no, it was me. Because I saw it. The dude opens the door for himself with his shoulder, and then just drops both his to-go Quick Trip pizzas face down. And you guys couldn't help but laugh, which is entirely does not help him in that situation at all. What did he do? Did he grab those and, like, leave?
He left them there.
He left the pizzas there?
Yeah.
He didn't leave them there. You're a liar. He didn't grab them. I was with you.
He grabbed them.
Okay, well, fair. Episode 32. We're here, dude.
We're live.
32.
We made it. 32.
We're live. We made it again. Yeah.
Inside Out.
What's over the hill? Is that 40?
Inside Out. Michael Jordan jersey. 32.
Inside Out. Michael Jordan. Reverse Michael Jordan. I guess we'll get into the nitty gritty of it, man. You had a week.
Wow.
Right.
This week was a lot of magic.
A lot of magic. A lot of.
It was very magic.
Do you wanna say what happened? I mean, we do have the video of what did happen. Let's start from before the video.
Okay.
Let's start when you were contacted by, for those that don't know, Richie was recently on Channel 8. Channel 8 being the big news station, Disney affiliate, ESPN, all stuff like that. Reached out to you, Richie Flo,
on Facebook and was like, hey, we want to do a... Well, I looked at my phone and it said, hey, this is so-and-so from Channel 8 WFAA. And I just saw that and I was like, this can't be good. Like, what did I do?
How long ago was this?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, like, dang, did they catch me on camera doing something? Like, what happened? And so I thought, like, maybe like they caught me stealing a candy bar. A lot of people look like me or something.
You do that? Are you a candy bar
No,
thief?
but
I just went to a Quick Trip with you. Am I accessory to a crime right now? Is that how that?
I did eat a lot of candy last night and woke up.
But anyway.
But yeah, so they hit me up and I read it and it was all like, hey, we want to do a newscast with you and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay.
And so this is, you're really giving such a great background story right now. But
it was
this
awesome.
So Richie said, okay. And this is what the news transpired. Yeah, if Jake, you want to play that. This was, when did this air? When was this?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. So
and I've been sharing it all
on
day.
Monday at like, what, 7:30? It was prime time, right?
10 o'clock. It was
10 o'clock.
News.
Oh, okay.
And it was actually perfect because it was right in the middle of everyone finding out if they had to go to school tomorrow. So many people watched it.
We're on and watching just to see because of the ice.
Yeah.
The alleged ice. Okay, here's Richie on Channel 8 and some of Channel 8's passive-aggressive jabs at Richard here. Let's play that.
Well, reality sets in. So how do you pay the bills? One North Texas rapper found he could still follow his passion while making his money troubles magically disappear. Oh, nice. Here's Sean Giggy.
Magic.
Listen up, we be on a different stuff. We're switching gears on them, so eat the gas, hit the clutch, look at cups.
I don't understand the Batman.
For as long as he can remember, 29-year-old Richard Flores, better known as Richie Flo, dreamed of being a rapper. But when it came to paying the bills, music left him a little flat.
I was still starting to doubt like the music side of things, you know? I was still
Wait,
like,
can we
man,
pause right
music's
there, Jake?
fun,
Can
but
we
it's like
pause it
so
real
much
quick?
work.
And then we'll play through. Can we go back to the little flat, because they instantly show a clip of Richie's foot
Left him
and your
a little flat.
fake easy shit.
I was still
They're
starting
my
to doubt like the
feces, and no one
music side
told
of
me.
things,
I
you
mean,
know?
is that a
I was
flat
still
footed
like,
jab
man,
or a
music's
jab at
fun, but
your-
it's like so much work.
So, about a year ago, in part to draw a steadier paycheck, he took up a new gig.
Hey, yo, when I say magic, you say show. Magic, magic.
Cool, let's do a magic show.
Richie still raps, but now lives off of magic.
I
They
called
love
my
that
friend one
shit.
day and I'm like, hey, man,
They showed it
I'm
again.
like paying this month's bills
humbling.
with magic money.
Yeah, next
You're
time
actually
I'll
going to
have
help
much
me with
better
this
Was I that
trick.
friend when you?
Richie first got into magic when he was just a boy.
Almost all magicians have this story. Their grandpa showed them a trick
Probably
and it changed their life. Same as me. Write that down.
Over the years, he'd always had these tricks up his sleeve, but never really took it seriously.
2 of clubs.
Until he performed some at one of his rap shows, and presto,
These people are reacting so crazy. People like my music. People love my magic.
many of them are so amazed they truly believe Richie has magical powers.
I get 1 card to come over and shoot out and I catch it.
Some have even claimed he's the devil.
Oh yeah, look.
Absolutely me.
I can't believe they said
The
that.
devil can't do this stuff.
He promises
The devil
he's
can't do
not.
this.
I haven't seen the devil do any of this kind of stuff. And y'all show each other, but don't show me.
He simply found a passion and let it flourish.
Is that your card?
In fact, Richie says misdirection and sleight of hand are just part of the act.
All right, you're gonna help us find her card. Hold your hand open.
He says the real magic is how it makes people happy.
There's that Disney narrative.
No one's going out on the street and making your day a little better. People need that. And I just hope they walk away thinking like, what was that?
Richie says it's made
That's
him
not
happier,
positive or negative.
too.
When you bend it, you actually see it. Look.
Not only is he still doing music, but now he's made all his worries disappear.
Okay, that doesn't.
I'm finally
and the
able to
card
like
comes back
pay
to
my
the top.
bills doing what I love to do.
This wasn't the career Richie had in mind,
This part's good.
but what started as a second job has become something truly.
Magic.
John Giggy.
This is great too, because you think the guy's gonna keep talking about it. Watch. Oh, we
they
cut.
don't do
Oh,
it on
the YouTube. So it's funny because the guy, the
He goes,
newscaster,
and I gotta tell you.
and I gotta tell you, and then he
Closes will
immediately
be closed.
he immediately goes into schools being closed. Like you think he's gonna add on to, like he couldn't have wanted to drop it anymore.
I will say what's crazy is
How did they get your full name?
We don't
Richard
know.
Flores.
I don't.
You
I'm
never
pretty
told
sure.
him?
I'm pretty sure I didn't give it to them. I'm real weird about that.
Yeah, I know you are.
But everyone knows now, so I'm gonna pull a Joey Johnson. This is where I'm announcing it, guys. I'm still gonna be Richie Flo.
Boom.
Boom.
You did your hair too for the
Yes,
news.
I had to do my hair for the news.
Why? Why do you think you have to do your hair for the news?
Because I
That's
couldn't
out
do
of
my
character?
shoes,
You can't do your shoes.
and because like,
Has life changed?
oh man,
Since you're
read
Channel 8?
Can I read
Yeah,
this?
and then let's get our guest on.
Let me read this message
Dalton.
I got. Because I got some people messaging me saying a bunch of cool stuff like, "Oh, thank you, you're inspirational." I'm like, cool. I didn't know that was being inspirational.
Be getting a lot of messages.
Love
since?
it, love
A
it. I
lot?
hope people are really inspired by.
Yeah, keep messaging.
Doing
Richie.
what you do.
Self-esteem.
But so
use
this
that.
guy, somebody messaged me and she said, I won't say the name, but she says, "What are you too?" She waved at me and I didn't reply. So I was like, okay, I waved, cool. And she
What's
goes,
a wave? What?
I don't know. She waved on my thing.
Is that like the new poke?
I guess. Less creepier, open palm. She goes, "What are you too famous now to talk to me? LOL. Congrats, by the way." I said, "I'm sorry. I forget where I know you from. Thank you." And she goes, "Really? You don't remember? I was in the dog onesie that one night and fell going after Whoppers. LOL."
What?
And I said, "I'm blanking. That sounds funny."
So just random people hitting you up, making up situations where they met you, or
the dog onesie.
Just because you were on Channel 8. Well,
Channel 8, shout out to Sean Giggy. That's my boy.
Yeah, boy. All right. Well, yeah. So you were on the news. Congrats, dude. No one writes about comedians, so
They
I'm
will,
about to pick
though.
up magic. Yeah.
She's got to rap again.
Yeah.
Get back on that rap saddle.
No. All right. Well, you want to bring in our
Yeah. Can we
our guest?
applaud him? This
Well,
next guy.
Well, we're gonna do the fancy thing where we cut out to the logo and the music. So when that happens, people stay with us. It'll literally take a couple seconds. We're gonna get Dalton plugged in here and bring on the very, very funny Dalton Pruitt. So watch how official we are when we do this right now.
Boom. The boys are back.
back. Okay.
The boys
That
are back.
That countdown didn't work as
I feel
planned.
like for the boys being back, we should all be wearing Dream Team outfits.
Yes.
You are very Harlem Globetrotter pregame right now.
I love America.
You have
I love tracksuits.
For the podcast viewers, it is literally an American tracksuit.
Yeah.
With, on the back, it says USA, right?
It says
I saw it
US.
the other night at the mic.
Yeah, it says USA on the back.
And some American glasses?
Yeah.
My dude.
I enjoy dressing as loud as possible.
Yeah. It's funny because this is a totally different like shift of geographical location as opposed to your normal like Japanese tees.
Right. Well, you remember?
Japanese.
Did you ever watch?
Japanese.
Did you ever watch Roseanne?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
remember at
on and
the
off.
the end in the opening credits, it would show her like how fat she got over the years.
Mhm.
It would be like a
Yeah.
weird Animorphs transformation.
Right.
If you were to do like my
before
Animorphs,
and after.
like you would actually see me get thinner and also upgrade to tracksuits.
Upgrade to tracksuits.
And then I would laugh like Roseanne.
No, I guess it makes sense because I guess you've been working out, you've been getting your body in shape.
Can't wait.
So like you're buying new clothes. This is a big decision now you have to make. Are you going to continue with the Japanese or are you going to get these?
Do the Japanese
tracksuits?
fit?
The
still?
what?
Or the Japanese?
What is a
That's what
Japatee?
he's calling them. Your Japanese T-shirts.
I only
They're not
own-
tees. They're like button-ups, I guess. Right?
I own one shirt that's actually it's a
Oh, you have
South
like
Pole.
2 or 3. You don't have 2
Has
or
a bunch
3
of
those?
Japanese people on it, and then I own like, a bunch of cool button-ups with flowers on.
You do
them.
have some cool flower.
Yeah. I don't like dressing. Honestly, that decision to change the way I dress was only because every comedian wears flannel, and I didn't want to wear flannel.
Yeah, flannel and I mean, because you used to be like, did you see the? Well, you don't have social media right now.
Nah,
which
I'm
we'll
off.
Talk about.
I'm on social media.
We'll
talk about that in a minute. I do want to say,
look at the promo picture. And he didn't. Jake picked for you. Which is
cool.
That's
the most unflattering photo ever of me performing.
Oh my! You're so much thinner now, dude.
Yeah, I'm hot as hell now.
You are, and upgraded from South Park tees to.
Yeah, my hair. Let's talk about my hair because I've
You're
been
doing something very Johnny Bravo-y.
Can you take off the headphones or the headpiece real quick so we can kind of see it in its full.
Oh, that's
okay.
good.
Yeah, like
that's
that.
good.
All right.
That reminds me of Mr. McClure.
Who?
Mr. McClure, my PE teacher.
Cool. Somebody none of us have ever met.
Great reference. Wonderful.
If you had more hair coming out here, you'd be dead on Mr. McClure.
Weatherford High School, if you're tuning in.
So I had a really. By the way, I want to say congrats, Richie. You have more TV credits than I do.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm happy for you. I haven't seen you guys in a while.
Yeah,
We'll talk all about it, but
Yeah,
we'll talk
we'll
about
catch up.
hair care right now.
Okay, let's do that.
Here's the thing. I had a really bad dandruff problem my entire life because
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was treating my hair like an idiot, like a barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did a little cursory study online.
I'm just now learning certain things.
So it turns
about
out
hair
shampoo
care.
is poison for
Right?
your scalp. Yeah,
Yep.
I've stopped using it. I might use it like once a week, but more often than not, I don't use shampoo.
I recently learned, like, I guess a year ago, you're not supposed to wash your hair every day.
No, that is
It's bad
very
for your
bad
natural
for
hair oil. Yeah, but that's why my
yeah.
hair gets so. Remember when my hair was really long?
Yeah.
And it was all dried out, but people would always be like, "Oh, Joe, you smell good. You look dirty, but you smell good." It's because I would always
Yeah.
put stuff in my hair, and turns out you're not supposed to do that every day.
So here's what I do. I do a cold water scrub. Get my fingers in there and really scrub it out, and then I just use conditioner. Like that
Every day?
soak.
You use conditioner every day?
When I wash my hair.
You comb it.
Okay.
And then I hop out of the shower immediately. I dry it off, get it to where it's not soaking wet but a little damp. Comb it back, hit it with the blow dryer, and as I'm drying it, I start doing a little style.
I've seen it. You almost have like a pompadour thing.
And so
going
get
on.
this: there is no product in my hair right now.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
No
absolutely.
way.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
Yeah, I had. This is natural grease that my scalp makes.
What
Which
is really
is
good.
actually kind of disgusting, I guess.
No.
Well, here's the thing. You know, you were talking about like you're in the
I
shower.
want to tell you to your face. It's disgusting.
You're in a. I imagine you're wearing a towel in the mirror. You know, all this stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when I was a kid, I watched Home Alone, and you know when he's like putting on his dad's Brute or whatever, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, one day I'm gonna do that, or maybe you did that. Like when I'm grooming, I still feel like Kevin. In that
McAllister?
bathroom, yeah.
Okay.
Like I never
Slapping
felt
your face.
Yeah, I still do it. Like I never grew into like, oh, I'm just like. It's still like a fun like. I don't know.
So, in order for you to
Like a
practice good hygiene, you have to pretend to be somebody you're not.
Yeah, I pretend like I'm Kevin McAllister.
What'd you do for your hair? Because did you see the news broadcast? You were outside when we were playing it in here. Have you seen the news broadcast with him?
I heard it.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to replay it.
Well, no, we're not. But like your hair is
Pillow soft curls is what I'm using.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's like
That's what it's called.
moist and it's like it's not fluffy. It's like curly, but
fake Yeezys is what was on my feet, and
What'd you do to
pillow
your hair?
soft curls was what I was putting.
What
into
does that
my hair.
mean? What is
It's
pillow soft
it's
curl?
like a lotion stuff.
What?
So like with him, I didn't use shampoo. I just like rinsed my head,
Mhm.
used some conditioner.
It's
and
like
when
a
I got
gel
out,
or like a mousse or something. Or?
No. It's just like some like lotion. It's pink. It's not made for me.
This is
but
what the people tune in for.
Is
It's
it
not made
for
by me,
hair?
but
yeah,
used
this
for
is
me.
absolutely
Hair care tips from 3 of the least
three.
fashionable men on the planet.
I also use mane and tail, which is made for horses. But
Yo, man, it tells the truth.
is
Can we?
it?
Yeah.
Hey, can we talk about what we did for MLK Day? I'm segueing because I went and saw Shape of Water.
How
at
is that? I
midnight.
love.
What is?
Let's
Guillermo.
talk. Let's talk, boys.
Is this
Okay.
Guillermo del Toro's new movie?
Guillermo del Toro, Spanish fella.
I know
You've
who-
heard of
yeah, I
him.
know
He
who
made
he
the
is.
greatest movie
I
of
know.
all time, Pacific Rim.
Oh, okay.
And then he made the most boring movie ever made, Crimson Peak.
But then he made Pan's
Good one.
Labyrinth.
That came out before all these. All right, so I was MLK Day, 11:15. I'm the only one in the theater seeing Shape of Water.
I'm assuming it's a horror.
No, it's a love story.
Oh.
I did
Love.
not. I get it's everybody loves it, and this is not a popular opinion. I'm going to share. I didn't like it. It's insulting to me to ask me to come into that movie and say, no, this is definitely not Abe Sapien from Hellboy. It's the same character design, pretty much, same actor, Doug Jones. Okay, Abe Sapien. Remember
What's
Hellboy?
it about?
Okay, so this woman, played by Sally Hawkins,
Okay.
is mute, and she's very lonely. And honestly, here's where it's worth the price of admission. I'll tell you, about 20 seconds in the movie, you do get some nice full frontal nudity.
Okay.
And then you get a little, she gets in the bathtub, and you think it's gonna be real artsy fartsy nudity, but then she starts.
Okay.
pleasing herself.
All right.
But then it's like she works at this top secret government facility, and they acquire some fish person that's I'm told is not Abe Sapien from Hellboy, and then she somehow falls in love with it. It's a weird. I was honestly mostly bored. It's a love story.
Is
it
this
long-
like
is
is
it
this
a
a
long
universe? Is this a universe where people coexist with like
No.
fish
No.
people?
No, they just find this thing.
This
It's like
guy.
the creature from the Black Lagoon, and it shares
Is he blue like Abe Sapien?
Yeah, he eats eggs like Abe Sapien. Remember in
Yeah.
Hellboy, he eats
Yeah,
rotten
yeah,
eggs.
yeah.
This one eats
Right.
hard-boiled eggs.
He eats
I don't wanna
hard-boiled eggs?
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the movie too much because people might want to go see it. I thought it was weird, that she's like, hooking up with this fish guy.
I like Benicio del Toro.
It's Guillermo del Toro. Anyway, boys, that's my movie pick of the week.
I did watch one of your movie. We talked the other days. I watched Bright.
Hell yes, that is a good movie.
I do not know how I feel because first off, it had such mixed reviews from like everyone I've ever talked to. Like people saying that it's like the worst or the best, and I feel like I'm sitting very much in the middle of Bright because I don't even know. Have you seen that?
Hype is there's too much hype. I gotta watch it in 4 years.
It's dumb.
It's
just,
so
you could
dumb.
turn your brain off,
It
dude.
is. It is enjoyable. Dumb. You're right. And I mean, and they try to have like modern political undertones within it, but that just falls short of me when you are whipping out like magic wands and fairies and stuff. But like it's so. Have you seen it before?
No.
I
said I watched it in 4 years.
I hope we get like 9 of these. That's a good movie.
What?
Bright.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bright. We
You
get like
want more?
9 more Brights.
Jeez,
Bright
please
8.
Don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Bright
even know how
fun.
you'd follow up from it. So okay. Off the movie. So you're completely all right. You haven't been on since like last time. What was episode 15? We're on 32 right now.
All right, boys.
It's been a while. What have you been doing? Give us a day in the life of a modern Dalton Pruitt.
All right, let's talk.
All right.
Who you're looking at now is a man.
He's a new man.
Slowly crawling out of a very deep depression.
Okay.
I just now.
Are you about to become a life coach?
No.
'Cause I need one.
No,
You're dressed like a life coach.
You
Let
are.
me just say that.
Yeah, thank you. I guess.
I feel motivated in that watching you in that tracksuit.
No, what happened was I graduated from college back in May, University of North Texas, right here in Denton.
Heard of it?
Yeah.
Now you're a millionaire.
Yeah, now, yeah.
Got the job?
I have no more worries. No. So the reason I haven't been on here, what happened was I got offered a job, which sounded like a big, it was like I got my degree. Yeah, and it was an opportunity to come work at a company. It was like, they pitched it to me, this is a sales
big boy
position.
stuff.
Yeah, this is some real Wolf of Wall Street, big money. I got
leaving the comedy game, about to make them bucks.
It was just, I don't know, it was just something I was just trying to make money.
Yeah.
And I got there, and it was a telemarketing job.
Oh, wow.
The worst job I ever had. It was
salary.
Yeah, salaries, base pay of like $30,000 a year, and then there was a commission incentive.
Okay.
So it was mostly commission.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I had to,
which is
cold
soul
call.
sucking, and it's
cold
cold
call.
You were cold calling.
Cold calling is the worst.
I was cold. Not only was I cold calling, but it was an oil and gas project, so we were trying to get at minimum like $115,000 investments for this place
Jesus
was.
Christ.
So all the leads were people that this company suspected would be
had
rich.
this money.
But the thing is about rich people, most of them are already old, and a lot of the people I called were either dead or dying. I called a lot of people.
They're not investing in.
I called a lot of people who I was told he died 6 years ago. Or,
wow.
Or people who were
Why
like,
is his phone still in service?
I don't know.
These companies are like people, like
I would
investors.
call numbers and I say, hey, is Mr. Robinson there? And he died years ago. Please.
But that could be a
Please
joke.
stop
Every
calling.
time I get a call where someone asks for me, I always start crying and say,
That's not true.
Are you one of his friends?
Even
I've seen you though, like answer as like you'll be like Johnson's Bottle Cap Factory.
You want to know? Even then, you still just feel like a scumbag, no matter what. Even
Yeah.
if people are just messing with you, you just feel.
Once you make the money, though, do you feel like a scumbag?
I never made the money.
Oh.
I got
because you
fired
feel like
after
such a scumbag. It's hard to have the incentive to go and make the money.
Yeah, I got fired after a month because I didn't believe in the. I hated the job, and I would call.
What were
people.
you selling?
Oil and gas investments. So we were asking people to just gamble their money away, pretty much.
What did you graduate with?
English.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm not even qualified.
Not even qualified to sell.
I wasn't putting up the numbers they wanted, so I got fired.
Cold calling's difficult. I worked at home for a moving company where you would cold call. You'd get the leads, and you'd cold call people that they would type into movers.com or whatever, and that would send out leads to different moving companies. So I would be one of like 10 moving companies who would call these people. And first off, when you're moving, you're stressed out. A lot of people are moving because of a job replacement, which is stressful, or someone dying or a divorce. So people are in terrible, terrible moods when they're moving. And so I would have to quote them on prices, and like it just became, it was soul suck. And I still have buddies that still do it, and they make good money. It's not bad. But it is absolutely the most soul-sucking thing ever, especially when someone doesn't want to talk to you and you're just trying to pull money from them.
Yeah.
It's such a weird, uncomfortable thing.
I worked for a company when I was 18, and basically we sold solar screens that go in your house, and people would call us and give us their name, and I would just call these people back and set up appointments. So I'm not cold calling people. These are people who called us first and said, I want a quote. So I'm calling these people, giving them quotes, and they were still mad. I'd be like, hello, this is so-and-so from Solar, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, not interested. And I'm like, oh, well, we have that you called us. I was just, and then hang up on me. And someone's like, can you call us back? They would all be so mad. And I'm like, hold on. Like, I'm calling you back. This isn't like, I'm calling you to like, it was crazy.
Well, we would just, where I worked at, like, in the script, you just lie to them and be like, I'm returning a call, whatever. Like, I never talked to these people before, but I was telling them that I had. It was the point is, it's the worst job I've ever had. I got drunk at lunch every day. I would come back to the office a little looser. Actually do a little bit better after lunch because but anyway, so what happened was I got fired.
Because you didn't make a sale in an entire month.
I wasn't putting up the numbers they wanted.
Can I ask something before you go into that? Did that make you feel like, as someone who does stand up, that made me feel so much more nervous and uncomfortable?
It's the worst.
Stand up comedy.
I've told people,
because you would lie to people, like how you said. I would call and be like, "Oh yeah, I was that moving company that talked to you earlier. Our prices actually even went down, or something," and like just straight up lying to people.
I tell people all the time. I get really nervous when I talk one-on-one with people, and especially in those circumstances, like over the phone and trying to scam them. I don't want to do that.
Do you think the phone thing, talking on the phone, is so weird for
I
me
hate
now,
talking on the
especially
phone.
to strangers? Because I feel like there's this big disconnect now where we're used to like typing out to strangers.
It'd be better if you could just text those people, like, "Hey, we have this day, this," and they're like,
it got to that point though. Like the guy who was training me, like I would call, they wouldn't answer, and then I would text them deals like, "Hey, so and so." And again, these people are they send in a lead to movers.com. They think one company's going to reply. They're getting them from 10 different companies, and they just don't want to pick up the phone. And I feel like especially when I'm talking to someone on the phone, because I was raised in the generation, when that slowly started to fade out. Now we're doing texting and social. Like I feel so comfortable and fine talking to strangers through text, but when you're on in that present moment and you're on the spot having to talk to them through a phone, it feels like something like I'm not used to anymore.
There should be like a Tinder for moving companies, where you just like, "Oh yeah, I can go with them. Hey, what's up? What are your?"
Anyway, I'll tell you.
Are you busy this weekend?
Here's what I've been up to. Here's why. So I
got fired.
I got fired, and the thing, what happened was, I just got super depressed because it's like I spent all this money to get this degree, and worked really hard to get it, and
you're where a lot of people are.
Survived horrific blackout drunk incident, just drinking a lot and overdosing, whatever college was, the college experience, almost died.
The hole you're climbing out of.
Yeah, and so then I finally, I graduate, I get a job, I get fired, I got really depressed, I started just sleeping all day, every day, and speaking of social media, I was just looking at Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
Just scrolling mindlessly.
Depression does that.
No, but it like calms you. They make Facebook now, so like the more you're scrolling, you're just like, oh, and you're like, oh no, it's been 4 hours.
Yeah,
well,
it's not calming at all. I feel like a junkie. I feel like,
especially late at night when you're by yourself and you keep refreshing. Just maybe someone said something new. Maybe someone's there.
You feel bad when once you scroll down and you start seeing stuff that you saw earlier. Like, no,
yeah,
you get your fix, dude.
So here's what's funny is, so everybody online talks about just being alone. I will forever alone. All the dumb jokes about people are very afraid of just being alone. But no, I don't know. I felt like I wasn't really alone. I was in my room looking at all these other people's lives. So I was super connected to all this other stuff that I was looking at.
Is that not still? I mean, in the physical essence, that's alone. But I mean, that's again your brain playing that trick on you.
But here's the thing: when I finally deleted it, when I was like, I'm done looking at everybody's terrible jokes, their horrible takes on the news, their lives that I feel like are better than mine, but probably they're really not.
They're not. They're just it's projecting what you want.
When I unplugged, I was actually really by myself. It was like actual solitude, just sitting in my room. Got a meditation pillow,
Did you? What's a meditation pillow?
It's just
like a body mat,
big,
like a mat.
Just a big round
Kinda
pillow
like a
that
beanbag?
looks kind of Indian that I put on the floor.
Like Native American?
No, like
From India?
South Asian Indian.
Okay.
Like
the design?
Yeah, it's like a mandala.
Real
is like the
tranquil.
It helps. Sets the mood.
So the thing is, I actually started being just alone, actually by myself, and turns out that's not that bad.
You meditate?
I
don't have to deal with people.
Sit on a meditation pillow for like 15 minutes, read a book, go exercise a lot.
What are you reading right now?
I'm reading a big old book called The Recognitions by William Gaddis, which is actually a pretty cool book about like the creative process, where how we all just steal, and counterfeit and forge everything we do. But it's like 1,200 pages long. I'm like 130 pages into it.
It's cool.
But
are you a guy who will always finish a book?
No, I don't like it. But everybody loves that Japanese guy, Murakami. I tried reading one of his books, and I was like, "This sucks. I'm not reading."
What did he write?
Wind Up Bird Chronicle, Norwegian Wood.
Do you like nonfiction and fiction?
Yeah, I've started buying like Best American Essays. I get those every year.
I've been in your room and you have an extensive book collection.
Yeah, I like books.
You're seemingly well read upon entering.
Yeah,
your
I mean,
room.
I present myself as an idiot, especially on stage, but I'm actually really, really smart.
Yeah, you are. You're a very, very smart guy.
Yeah, I only read nonfiction. I can't like.
Smartest man in a USA tracksuit.
Yeah.
But
you meditate, and I was gonna say like I actually tried meditating like about a week and a half ago. Someone was like telling me how they meditate all the time and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't really need that. And then like they left, and I was sitting by myself. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like. Let me just try this meditation. And I meditated for like 45 seconds, and I became so powerful that I had to stop.
Yeah, you maxed out?
Yeah, I was like, whoa,
Super
people
Saiyan.
shouldn't feel like this. Like, I shouldn't be levitating this early in my meditation process.
Okay.
And so I made it. I'm no longer.
I think I'm too ADD to meditate.
No,
It's
trust
hard.
me. You want to know how I did it? You want to know? I made up my own technique, and this is what I did. I sat Indian style on my comfortable.
Whoa, crisscross applesauce.
No, I know, but listen to this. I'm sitting on my very comfortable bed, right? Very king size 4-inch gel.
Did you say kink size?
King size.
Okay, king size.
But
Sorry.
I'm sitting there, and I don't know if this is anything, but this is just what I thought of. I closed my eyes, and instead of relaxing, I just thought of this like circle that was like trying to eat me. And the more I thought, it's like those balls, the mind game where like you can move the ball with your mind. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God! I wish we could get cameras on everyone's face in this place right now.
So
Jake,
I'm sitting here, and the more that I like think, the more that I think I can get this little circle to like eat me, the more like, I don't know. Maybe I'm giving away too much of my secrets.
Is that how you levitate?
It was like a big like black spaghetti.
I
like
wouldn't
a burnt
expect
spaghetti.
anything less from a man who wears sunglasses.
I just sit there. Look,
at 6 o'clock p.m.
I don't know. I know you're supposed to relax your brain, but I don't know if I was meditating. Maybe I was doing something
I don't
new.
know.
I feel like
I just sit on until my feet fall asleep, and then I'm like, I did it. I'm meditating.
I can't feel my feet.
Yeah.
I am now either meditating.
I don't know
or
why
diabetic.
that seems so normal. Like y'all were gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what I do too, and then
Also, I got really into bicycling.
Okay.
I'm very fit
What kind
now.
of bicycle?
See, these are all things I want to do. So, like, meditating is one of the things I like think I could really, really gain from. But
Don't do it.
I'm so stir crazy. I'm so ADD, and I
Put
have
your
a problem.
phone in another room.
You're right, because dude, I will sit there in my bed and I'll wake up at like whatever hour, and then I'm like, all right, I'll set a time. It'll be like 10:15. I'm like, all right, at 10:30, I'm gonna get off the internet. Get out of bed. Then I get caught in some
But
web
you are
of,
meditating
web of
just on the
whatever.
wrong stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. I'm putting all this power in my brain towards all these things that don't make me feel well. They make me almost feel dirty because then it'll be 10:32 and I'm like, oh my God, all right. And
Well,
then
you're
I tell
happy.
myself it's 10:32 though. And then I tell myself, all right, 10:35, I will get off. And then again, it's like 10:37. I'm like, I still haven't taken a shower.
Let me put it to you this way. Let me explain to you. Put it in terms of fitness because I'm a really
You have a Fitbit?
shape. No, I don't have
Let's go work out together, dude. I'm trying to get back into it.
But
I used to work out a lot.
It's just like do as little as you want. Just go at your own pace.
Yeah.
Like when I started working out, I couldn't do anything. I would just like walk a mile, and it took 20 minutes. It was like I just do.
Do you go to a gym?
There's a little community gym where I live.
Okay, so you don't have to like deal with a lot of people
Nah.
there and stuff, and it's community, so it's probably like older people.
Almost
like,
no one in there. Usually,
Yeah, that's how like my parents' gym. See, I hate going to a gym and being around people, especially people my age that are in considerable better shape
Yeah.
than me. Like being
There's
in
like
the gym,
there's
it's
like a
vulnerable-
3-month period where you're not as strong as the person that says, "Want to come work out with me? I go every week." And you're
Well,
like,
to
yeah,
complete-
It's
hold
a
on.
very vulnerable like thing
to
being
complete that
seen
metaphor.
working out.
To complete that metaphor, just if you want to meditate, just even if you only do 30 seconds, it's like you did it. So do that every day until you can do.
Well, yeah,
until
and-
you achieve enlightenment.
Because you're right, we went down a different path, but yeah, it's one of those things. It's like my issue is I have to just sit down and do it. But I'm the kind of person like I would like sit there and I'd be like, I don't even know where to start. But it's simple as you said. I could sit on a pillow, close my eyes, do some breathing practices, and maybe feel. But I just like won't
Dude,
do
do
it.
it. Just
don't
I
think
have to get
about-
over that.
Dude,
wall of
45
my-
seconds later, I'm telling you, it sounds like I'm being funny. I can't explain how I felt, and I can't. It sounds like I'm trying to be funny, but the circle thing was real, and like, I don't know.
That's a weird method.
I know. I don't know if it looks like I'm flexing right now, but I'm not.
Anyway, man, that's the thing. Going back to social media, you're always comparing yourself to
other people,
and that's the
and
thing.
their
in,
success
in
and where they're
everything
at.
you do.
And you're happy and sad, and then you see a touching post.
Did
and
you do that
see
a lot as a comedian? with
I
other
do.
comedians?
I mean, I still struggle with that. I remember
See
like,
someone else getting on a show.
dude. I
you're going on,
remember
or-
maybe 2 years in when there was like the new crop of people were coming in around like the DFW area, and I started seeing people who've been.
That's
doing
when you and I were like, I mean, how long you been doing it now?
I've been doing it 4 years.
4 years.
So
I'm
not
like at
that
3.5,
long,
so we were
but,
both like,
dude, I remember when people come in and do it for like 6 months and start getting booked. I would lose my mind. I would lose sleep over that.
like bar shows or club or
clubs, bars, whatever, dude. I was real petty. I still struggle with all.
Do you
that,
think? Do you think since you've dropped social media, like your comedic and like writing process has
I'm
changed?
so much better.
I'm
happier. I'm able to actually. I don't write like the internet, which was a trap I was falling into.
The meme jokes.
Where it all sounds like the same person is writing
dude,
it. Just
Twitter,
Mr. Internet.
Twitter
is cancer for that, dude.
Which I still, honestly, I do.
Are you
an
still on Twitter?
There is an account on Twitter, and it's the only funny person that's ever been on Twitter. Drill. Shout out to Drill at Drill. It's just absurd, very very absurd, riddled with typos, but they're on purpose.
Yeah.
That's the best on Twitter. So I do like looking
only
at
funny person.
He's
on
the
Twitter.
greatest joke writer of our generation.
Oh, okay.
He's a completely anonymous.
I remember
no one
when
knows
Rob
who Drill
Delaney
is.
was like huge on Twitter, and I just.
Who? How am I blanking on that name?
But the thing is though, is Twitter is this very weird, like homogenous. Everybody seems to have the same sense of humor on there.
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
hate it.
And then once you start following certain Twitters, then you start following their like you get in your own little Twitter bubble. It's kind of like an echo chamber of jokes or memes or stances.
But I definitely I don't like looking at it, and that's another one. I'm off Facebook, and I don't really I do admit I'll look at Twitter maybe once a week, but.
Got to get a little dopamine.
You are saying it like an addict. You're like, I gotta admit,
that's true, dude. I mean, I've struggled with actual sobriety, like boozing and all that. I mean, it's really hard, man.
Yeah, I mean, comedy doesn't make that much easier.
Getting rid of your addictions is
being around bars and stuff all the time, being around people in show business who are doing other things that probably aren't.
Well, being
great for your
around
health.
the most
Eating,
miserable
like,
people in the world when you do comedy. That's who
it's
you
not like
surround yourself
healthy.
with.
It's like not healthy for your mindset. And I actually, I have a lot of friends in comedy who are great, but I think I made a conscious mindset or a decision the other day to get in the mindset where I'm not like going out, because I've been doing that a lot lately, going out with, and they're still close friends, you know, like going out, comedy buddies and getting drunk and stuff. And then I like realized I'm like, that's not like making me a better comic. It's not putting me exactly in the mindset where I'm like healthy and like doing best for me. You know, like right now I'm at a I'm like sleeping in, I'm like going through stuff, and I'm not living my healthiest, you know, lifestyle that I should be. And I'm about to go to Hyenas after this. You know, I'm going to go to the open mic, and then I'm going to go get a $2 pizza, and I'm going to get beer. I'm going to be out until 2, and then I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and it just starts
dude,
over.
That's too many carbs, dude. You got to get like just the celery.
The celery from Old Chicago? Old Chicago celery?
I don't know. I'm trying to like get off of carbs.
So you feel like just writing comedically, like actual performance, like physically you feel better, so you feel like you perform better?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I would say
just
so.
like kind of a brain food thing, like you're just...
Because I'm not caught up in other people's lives anymore, so I really can focus on myself, and I'm able to just, you know...
Which is a balance you have to find when doing stand-up, just with the late nights,
you'll drive
the
yourself
eating,
crazy looking at
habits.
like what other people are up to. And
it's insane.
And then also, just being unhealthy because you're out late.
I mean, I could write a book on the people that I went to high school with that think I know nothing about them, but like just people that I haven't talked to in years, but I know how many kids they have, when they got married, when they got divorced, when they got remarried, when they got re-divorced.
And do you need to know all that?
No.
You know what I mean?
I don't need to know about any of that. I remember one day I was hanging out with a friend who I went to school with. We hadn't talked in forever. And we started being like, we just started talking about people. I'm like, yeah, I saw they had a kid and this and that. Oh, yeah, I saw that person goes and works for this person. And I was like, who are these people that I don't talk? Why do I care?
And although it has to do with real lives, it's all fake. It's all like artificial. Like you don't take it in to enhance the human experience. So for an example, like if you walk in and you end up in an elevator with someone in high school you haven't seen for years, and you're like in that conversation.
Yeah.
When you talk to them, you're going to act like you have no idea because you just want to fill that
Dude,
time talking about their lives.
Dude, that feels so weird when you go and
because it's not like you can like be like, hey, I saw on your Facebook you've been
when
you know?
When you go see somebody that you're friends with and you've seen all their business on Facebook,
right?
And you go see them and you have nothing really to talk about because
you know it all.
You've seen everything.
So then you have to ask them so they can reiterate it back to you and just to fill the awkward time. Because I am one of the people, dude. If we weren't like close friends, if I see someone, especially because I went to high school 30 minutes from here, you know, if I see someone out here that I just like don't want to talk to or have to have that, I'm bad with small talk. I don't.
I
like
avoid the people that I love. If I see them on the street, I will cross the street and like I'm not.
But why? Why is that? What is?
That's just
Asperger's
or something.
Y'all don't know how to be personal. I make sure that somebody talked to me recently, and we finally like hung out. And he's like, dude, I saw you the other day or a long time ago, and you acted like you knew me. Like I was like, oh, he knows me. But that's like if anybody comes up to me and is like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, man, what's up, man? What have you been up to? Because I feel like it's rude to not do that, to be like, I don't know, who are you? Like,
oh, like you mean if it's someone you don't know?
No, even if it's somebody I know. Like if I see someone from like, I mean, I don't live where I went to high school, but when I do see people from high school, I get super awkward.
Yeah, I saw
they think
Dalton.
I'm famous and rich, and I'm not. So I'm like,
one time we left Abby and ran into people we went to high school with, and it was very like.
Dude, I feel weird about that though, because I don't, unless it's people I've managed to keep in contact with.
Yeah.
I don't remember most of the people I went to high school with. Like I'll be hanging out with people that I'm still friends with from high school, and they'll mention other people's names, and I don't know who that is.
How many people did you graduate with?
I don't know, a few hundred.
Does that stem from like a place of like? I mean, for me, sometimes it stems from a place of like insecurity, because I went to Flower Mound High School. I like everyone I went to high school with. They ended up going to like frats or whatever, and they have these huge big big boy jobs, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, yeah, I like do stand up and cook pizzas.
Well,
at a
Joey,
bar,
we're artists,
like
you and I. That's not the life for us.
You don't.
Ours is a life of creativity
and being very very.
Does anyone here do online dating? That's what we do.
Traffic, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But I think it stems like sometimes for me, I'll see someone who I know is doing better than me, and I don't want to have that conversation because I do not want them to be like, "What have you been up to?" And I'm still figuring that out.
I'm so bad about this conversation because I'm glad to have them, but I always just go, "Dude, how much money do you make?"
You do that?
Yeah, dude.
I just had my 10-year reunion, my 10-year like reunion, and I didn't go to that because I was like, who knows? I'm like not as rich as everyone thinks I am.
Do you let people know that you do stand up?
It's literally the only interesting thing
that you can honestly, talk about. But I also hate like it's not a thing I go out of my way to tell someone I do stand up. You know, it's not a thing I really like want to talk about, but it's also the only thing like I've been doing when they ask, "What have you been up to?" You know?
Yeah. Let's talk about comedy, because I was talking to someone about this last night, because a lot of us will start chasing our dreams, whether it's comedy or whatever, and then you just start hating it after a while, or you get we know
you get jaded.
We know a lot of people who are just completely miserable.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
This is all they do, and they're just so wrapped up in doing comedy.
And it's not and we've talked, and you and I have personally sat and talked about how unhealthy stand-up comedy is.
It gets unhealthy when it becomes such an obsession.
It becomes like here's the way I view it. It's like this like dark religion. It's like this dark church that you go to, except it's every day of the week as opposed to Sunday. Everyone gets to be the pastor. Everyone gets to be in the
there's
choir.
No God. There's definitely no God.
In comedy, absolutely not. There isn't, other than like, and it's just it's this dark place in a dark room where everyone gets to say their part, and it's this congregation of sorts with really no like existential meaning other than just like seeking validation because you didn't get it as a child.
Yeah.
You know
what I try to do now, and what I would tell other people is you have to learn how to compartmentalize it, because for me it is my primary like focus in life.
Yeah,
is,
it's like what you want to do.
Yeah, but I try to have other things that I do and just try to.
And that's so important, man. And I'm trying to like get back into like having hobbies outside of stand-up.
Yeah, that's why
get a model airplane, dude.
Yeah, build a ship in a bottle.
I just got to find something that is like a hobby outside of stand-up that is also outside of like drinking or eating, you know?
I mean, for me, a big change in my life, and I never thought I'd be this guy, was just like getting into fitness. Mm-hmm. And I'm still flabby.
I want a bike. You said you got a bike.
Dude, yeah, get you a bicycle.
Let's go bike riding, dude.
Hell yeah. I ride a fixed gear bike because I'm very strong.
It's like the ones, it's like a street bike with the skinny like tire,
yeah,
right?
And there's no gears on it, and you can't.
I need gears. I've been driving those V-bikes, and I quit. I'm no longer driving V-bikes.
You don't drive a bike, Richie.
I was.
For a while, Richie was really, really trying hard to. What was it? You were trying really hard to get that V-bike sponsorship, and you just called him out on air.
They owe me like $25. It's all good.
Do they?
I think.
Okay.
I don't know. We're not.
Let's
we're gonna
get
settle.
bikes.
Dude, yeah, let's get
Would
some
you get a bike?
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, we're not riding in this weather.
No, you're right. But this is for future.
Yeah.
How much was your bike, if you don't mind?
$350.
Really?
Whoa!
Yeah, I bought it over here at Sprockets. Shout out Sprockets.
It's only $350.
It was a used bike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. It was in good condition and
only $350. No, I will not be getting a bike with
It's
y'all.
been a fun. It's a fun
No,
bike
thank
to
you.
ride, man. It's. I mean, it's not a practical bike if you're wanting to go on long rides, but being able to climb a really steep hill and just you can't shift down.
See, I'm a walker.
Your quads are
if you don't stop, you're going backwards.
I'm a walker. I
Or if
will
you don't
get off
keep
my
going.
bike and walk it up a hill.
I had to do that at
and
first.
not really care.
That's the thing. What I was talking about earlier. I did it every day, and it got to the point where I was able to. I would have to hop off and walk and be like, I'm fat, and I just kept doing it. And now I can, I can tackle a hill.
You mind sharing how much weight you've lost?
Since I started working out like a year and a half ago, my fattest was 270. My thinnest was about 185.
Dang, boy.
I think now that I got really depressed, like I said, and started kind of eating horrible and all that. But I think right now I'm sitting at. I haven't weighed myself in a while. But I think I'm sitting at around, probably like 140.
Right.
No,
Okay.
I'm not 140.
Well, did you say 140?
I
I was like,
no,
You look like a solid
I'm probably
98.
like 190.
190? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you look good.
Thank
you look
you,
good.
dude. I'm strong now. I guess I still have a bit of a gut, but it's I'm swinging the kettlebell around pretty easy.
Are you?
Yeah,
All right.
I would have you on my tug of war team.
Yeah, I'm doing some pull-up. I can do pull-ups.
What's the
now.
workout regimen when you go in? What's Dalton Pruitt's workout?
Well, I literally have nothing to do with my life because I'm still looking for a job. So I go to the gym and I'm in there for about 3 hours.
Are you really?
Yeah,
Going at your own pace,
I've
though?
got nothing to do. So
Yeah, 3 hours, dude.
I lose track of time. Yeah, I'm just
Are you
trying
meal prepping?
Nah, dude.
Nah.
I'm just now trying to quit boozing again. Because 2 nights ago.
How's that going?
2 nights ago, after I got done seeing Shape of Water, which I did not enjoy, like
you
I
needed
said.
to get a drink after Shape of Water.
I got home and I think I drank 14 beers.
Oh,
and
God.
then
Shape of beer.
Let's talk. Cause
what about liquor? Why don't you just drink I mean, isn't
black
gin
out.
pretty low?
I will black out if I drink liquor.
Oh, okay.
Because I have no cutoff. So
Yeah.
I'm drinking whatever is available.
Do you not get hangovers? See, that's my
Yeah, I get
cutoff. Is I'm
brutal
scared.
hangovers,
I'm scared
dude.
of waking up the next morning feeling.
Dude,
I
feel like
forgot
I'm
what hangovers
dying
are
the
like.
next morning. It's awful. It doesn't make me feel good. But I got hammered. I drank 14 beers by myself, and then I went on Hulu and I watched that movie Colossal, which is about alcoholism and giant monsters fighting each other. So that's the perfect movie.
Yeah.
But
How
it
was
made
you sad?
made me want to quit drinking
Did it make
again.
you sad?
I mean, it's actually a really great movie.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Nacho Vigalondo. He's a great director. Directed a movie called Time Crimes.
Yeah.
That's a really good movie too. Yeah, it made me want to quit drinking again.
So earlier, and we'll, we're kind of running low on time, and let's try and do this without naming places and stuff like that. You were talking about, yeah. Well, and we've talked about this before with you specifically, just you and I off air, and you were talking about the social media thing and getting frustrated with seeing someone 6 months in getting booked and stuff. You recently told me that you're right now done with clubs.
I'm not. I mean,
comedy clubs.
I guess so. I'm just not. I was really driving myself crazy and breaking my back to try and
get booked.
Just trying to get booked and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to actually get booked consistently at a club. Anytime I've ever worked.
Do you not enjoy the weekends when you go and work at certain clubs?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
But there is a part of me.
I can't imagine those crowds not loving you.
I've had some hate me.
Yeah.
I've had some.
I mean, but you don't go as blue as you normally do at the clubs, right?
Well, that's the main thing is I just feel weird up there. I feel very
because you're not doing your normal material.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold it back because I'm going up and there's. When you're at the.
But you can do that and be funny. I mean, you're doing that right here, right now.
Yeah. I can do it, but this whole time we've been talking, I'm just.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let me. And I don't know. There's
go up there for 15 minutes. On your workout regimen.
I'm not. I don't know. I guess I'm weird because I really love doing bars. I love rowdy crowds. I love yelling at people.
You are perfect for bar shows too because you are very, very good at commanding a room of drunks.
Yeah, but it can't. I mean, and also when I'm able to cut loose and just say whatever. People at bars tend to appreciate that more than people at comedy clubs. Because a comedy club, a weekend at a comedy club is people's night out.
Yeah.
And they probably only will do that once a year.
Yeah, and a lot of them aren't just bellied up to the bar, sloshing down
Yeah.
drinks, especially like an early show where you go and you're the first part of their
so
night.
I'm
They're
going
not
up.
even.
Yeah, I'm going up in front of like people. This is date night for couples. They've got babysitters. I'm going up.
Especially if you're like out in Fort Worth, it's like people that got dressed up for Sundance Square, people in Addison that get dressed up and go to Dallas.
Yeah, so y'all are familiar with what I do on stage, which is a hate crime.
Yeah,
and I'm ruining date night for a lot of people.
A lot of
if I just
date crime.
Yeah.
How many dates, like first dates, do you think you have ruined? How many do you think people didn't call back because of you?
That's a good question. Probably a lot. I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like people don't know me, and I'm going up there, and if I really cut loose, which I've done on a few weekends, they get mad, and the manager has to say, please change your act.
Have you gotten in trouble at clubs?
I've
gotten
content? Talking tos. Yeah.
Was it too? It wasn't dirty. It was just too dark.
Yeah,
too dark.
It's like kids dying or whatever. But if I go up at a bar, it's not. It's just it's people there just drinking. It's a weekend. Yeah. They may or may not.
It's already
know there's
a dark
show,
environment.
And so
they want to hear.
So I just love going up at bars on a weekend. I may or may not get paid. It's whatever. But I have a lot of fun doing it. And I did a bar show recently where almost nobody paid attention. It was 10 minutes of me just yelling.
Was that Brian's show? He was talking to me about it.
It was
Fort Worth.
It was a show in Fort Worth, and it was a benefit show for a local tattoo artist who had passed away.
I saw a picture of you at that show, and you literally you can tell it's a busy bar. Like there's in one of the pictures, a guy's turned around talking to his almost facing the
circumstances were weird because a lot of people showed up, and this guy had a lot of friends and people who loved him.
You do pretty good in those circumstances, though. You're pretty good at commanding a room of
a lot of
friends.
Also,
drunk people you, dude, or they hate you.
There was a local motorcycle club there,
oh,
so
boy.
it's like I'm not laying into these people because they're grieving. Their buddy just passed away.
Oh, is that
and
okay?
They're all probably there to share stories and talk.
Man, what a weird. Benefit shows are weird sometimes. Benefit shows are weird. I've been doing a few lately.
It was fun because none of us did well.
Really?
None of us could really get.
And then you have to be careful with the certain material you say, so it doesn't pertain to the actual tragedy the show is like.
Yeah, I mean it was
trying to benefit.
But I enjoy all those stories. I enjoy doing shows where people are just having a fun time and they're rowdy as hell.
Yeah, and it always makes for a fun story after to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, Dalton, plugs.
Plugs.
Anything
I'll be
coming up?
at Maine at Southside in Fort Worth, the bar I was just talking about, February 9th with Mishka Shibali and JT Haversatt.
Nice.
And Mike Weavy from the Riverboat Gamblers.
Nice. What about you, Richard?
I don't remember. I got trivia tonight, and then I have an off week. So catch me here next Wednesday.
And the 25th, I believe, actually this Sunday, I'm going to be at Dan Silverleaf. And the 25th, I'm doing the Southside Ballroom thing with Brian.
It's Maine at Southside.
Maine at Southside.
If you're doing Southside Ballroom, I'd ask you for a guest.
Yeah, well, I will not be. Maine at Southside is what it is?
Maine at Southside.
I read it wrong.
On Main Street.
Aiming high.
Yeah.
Don't forget, guys, we are sponsored by Deep Wax Productions. Look them up on Facebook, Instagram, all that jazz. I will also plug this Saturday. Deep Wax will be doing a stout and shout at the Bearded Monk, the Boombox. Listen Lady will be performing. I believe there's a new stout or numerous stouts being tasted or and tested and whatnot. So check that out. Check out Deep Wax Productions. And yeah, dude, thanks for coming back on.
Thank you for having me. You were lucky to have me.
Yeah, we absolutely were. Tracksuit and all.
Yeah.
So yeah, come back. We love you very, very, very much. And you listening, come back. 5:30
next week. We'll be
Wednesday.
here.
It'll be episode 33. As always, Richie Flo.
JC, Jesus Christ.
I'm Joey Johnson. That's Dalton Pruitt, DP. Bye, everybody.
Good night. I love you.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.